What's poppin', people? Welcome back to Spice and Wolf. We got the big conclusion. We're gonna see if Lawrence can crash the market.
If he gets rattled and tries to preemptively offload a middling number of stones, then all he's going to do is drum up the demand.
Yeah, he's gonna at least once, right? Like we have to build the stakes a little bit more. Show that Lawrence is frantic. The white feathers has to be a sign, dude.
Sounds like the value's only gonna keep going up.
Amati currently possesses 800 silver coins worth of pyrite.
Oh my god, that's more than he needs.
20 more percent?
Then he'll have 960.
At that price, he could close out his position and cover the remaining 40 coins by liquidating some of his assets.
Yeah, but I mean, he's already paid 500.
Could you have devised a new deal behind my back?
I guess that could be real. I doubt it, though.
Someone already requested its purchase.
Yeah, there's a white feather again. What connection does she have with Holo? I mean, she knows about Holo from story.
Someone came by our stall offering to trade us their stones for our wheat.
How much?
250.
Ooh, is it time?
People are starting to sell. Then I'm buying.
It's time. Time to make a move. You gotta make a move before him.
Has it finally reached the limit? The patient will be rewarded. Enough waiting. Sell.
Come on, Lance. Hurry.
You know, Lawrence has like so much to manage at this point. He's got to manage what Diane is doing. And by the way, I called her about 8 different names last episode. No one said a single thing about that. On one hand, it's like, thank you for ignoring the fact that I had so much trouble with her name. But on the other hand, it was kind of a bit by the end of it. I understand I'm not funny. I get it. It's okay. I'm not sad about it. But yeah, he has to manage Amati. He's got to manage Diana. He's keeping eyes on Holo. He's managing the deal with Len. He's managing the sellers. Like bro is playing a real-time simulator game.
There's only a small number of active buyers right now.
Pulling the trigger?
Though it's not the ideal amount. I'm selling!
Oh shit, he is. There's something about like waiting around for the right moment and then waiting too long and it never coming, right? So I don't hate what Lawrence is doing, but I imagine given the anxiety-inducing symphony that we have in the background playing for this scene, I imagine this isn't going to be the sell that he wants. It will keep going up and he's going to miss it again, which kind of proves my theory from last episode where I talked about how Lawrence actually isn't that great of a merchant because he keeps missing all these deals. Now he's selling at the wrong time. He is in a high pressure situation. I don't fault him whatsoever, but
Did I wait too long? Nah, it'll go back up. We're still in this.
yeah, this reminds me of when everyone was buying GameStop sales.
I tried to hurry. Here, it's all the pyrite I could get. 250 coins worth of it.
That's it?
I better play it safe. Wait for Miss Diana's representative.
Yeah, you don't have a lot to work with.
Are they really coming?
What am I thinking? I just gave up on that, didn't I? I can't let anyone else buy in.
Too late. Oh, matter of seconds.
So what's the price at now? Oh, it's up even more.
You sell at the wrong time? Damn, Lawrence. How you gonna get yourself out of this one?
All I can do now is wait for Diana.
There! It's them!
Oh, there's Amati and Holo.
Holo. There's no mistaking it. Amati's realized the danger of holding the credit.
Has he? Dude, I really don't want to see Lawrence lose this duel and have to rely on Holo to just be like, no, I choose him anyway. I really don't want to see that at all. I really hope that's not the direction we're going.
Excuse me, Mr. Lawrence?
You're 100%. Wow, you don't look suspicious at all. You're totally not Diana's representative.
Attempts at negotiation have failed.
Oh, they failed?
The other party will not sell to you.
Oh my god.
She apologizes for being unable to meet your expectations.
In the same way that like Amati's fighting for Holo to have a choice and not be his automatically is the same as like this negotiation for Lawrence, right? Like he trusted in her to make a deal in her best power, but there's no guaranteed, right? That's just the theme of this arc is that nothing's guaranteed. Well, what's the play now, Lawrence? Do you have a play? Tuck tail and turn? Like, surely you don't give up. How are you gonna get yourself out of this?
Give Mark a message for me, would you?
No? Talk him into it,
Just
kid.
Tell him that the plan has failed. Well, I'll get 1,000 silver coins from Amati. As a merchant, I should be happy with that.
I think the hierarchy of the reward for Lawrence goes, number 1, getting Holo back, obviously. Number 2, winning the duel. And then number 3, getting the money. I think Lawrence understands that, yeah, I'm going to get this money out of it. And that is technically a win for me as a merchant. But that's not where my values lie. Surprisingly, I think at the start of the series, he would have been like, oh, 1,000 silver? I'm a great merchant. But now it's like, It's third on the priority list of 3.
You're not giving up, are you? Master always says that real merchants never give in, no matter how bleak the odds may be.
Hit him with the ego call. You're a real merchant, Lawrence.
I've been in love with Miss Holo too. But
Oh my
Master
god,
told me
kid.
to keep it quiet.
You know, this might
He
work.
said that if I told you how I felt about her, you'd beat the pulp out of me.
Yeah. The beatings do.
There it is.
But if I should beat anyone,
It's myself.
it's myself.
There you go, Lauren. Self-reflection. We love to see it. The solution is always just try harder.
Are all driven by the unflinching belief that a strong will can turn the wind. And as long as I draw breath, I'll be one of them.
Yeah, it's a mix of both, you know? As much as, like, the saying is, like, hard work will pay off, if you just work hard without any sort of, like, plan or goal-oriented focus at everything you do, you're not going to get anywhere. You will absolutely get nowhere. You have to be smart about what you're doing, too, so you need a mix of both.
Sell that, this'll happen. Buy this, that'll happen. It's the bedrock of business.
And this is, like, no strange position for Lawrence, you know? I'd even argue that when he owed his debt in the previous arc, that was a worse position than he is now. At least at the very least, he's getting 1,000 silver out of it. Like, I don't think you get to be this sad about your situation. I know it's higher top-end stakes, but I need you to stop sulking and get out there. I still don't know what your play is, but...
That's how it should be.
But through the white feathers, dude, they've put such an emphasis on the white feathers, and I feel like Holo, because she can like tell when people are lying. Maybe she has like some sort of like empath, emotional feeling towards Lawrence, where she can tell like he's feeling down on himself, but just picked himself up. Well, I don't know what they keep notioning to these feathers mean. There's a connection between Holo and Diana somewhere.
You think it's all preordained?
How would they know each other?
Buying or selling?
Selling the last of what he got.
Selling.
Hello?
I am
Holo?
selling too.
Are they selling?
Holo, you bitch. Are you the other buyer? Is it not Amati? Is it you? Is that where you just pulled out that bag from? Are you Diana's other buyer? Did you buy everything and it fell through at Lawrence because you bought so much?
My apologies.
Did you figure that out?
Like the wise counsel of the beautiful fluffy lady.
There you go. That's cute. I kind of like that. Yeah.
What's the price at now?
Aw. Oh, you're a bitch, though. That's the white feather connection. She's the other buyer. Okay, so that was more than enough to push everyone over. And they both went before Amati. He waited too long. Dude, he should have just sold at the start. I guess he's supposed to lose, but... So in the end, it came down to Holo bailing him out again, right? That's what we're getting at?
Once the dust settled, Amati's financial losses weren't too terrible. The worst of the damage was to his pride.
Yeah, which would have been the same hit you would have took.
You shouldn't have tried to steal another man's woman.
I don't know. Fight for what you want, you know?
Forget
Just
that.
make sure you know all the rules first.
I had intended to sever our acquaintance in a much less civil manner.
You did?
The gall of him to say such words to a lady like me.
He treated you like a damsel in distress when you don't need saving. That's so like defining to Holo's character too. Like she's stands for exactly the opposite of that, especially for men.
And is aversion the best manner of addressing our unresolved woes too?
Oh, they gonna talk about it?
I was in the wrong.
An easy admission, but do you truly know the nature of your wrongdoing?
Well, you gotta
At least I
apologize
think.
too, kind
Oh,
of.
please
I don't
do
know,
tell.
maybe.
My contract with Amati was childish and self-serving.
Correct.
I took for granted what I already had.
Yes. That's not it. That's not the issue, at the very least.
Didn't afford you the trust that you so richly deserved.
There you go.
When I saw Amati sell some of his stones, I thought you were trying to trap me.
Yeah, dude, I'd be insulted by that too.
In my desperation, I believed that you'd turn to his side completely.
Oh my god,
I
Lawrence.
was wrong, though. You hadn't turned. It was your way of telling me that Amati had stock enough to spare.
Okay, at least you put the
Correct.
pieces together.
I was right here in this room. It is irrelevant.
Someone help me out with that. Is she saying like all you had to do was like come up here and talk to me? Is that what she's saying by that? What does she mean by that?
But sometimes passion solves problems faster than reason.
Sometimes passion solves problems faster than reason. You know, I think that's something I forget a lot. I might have to embrace that more in my own lifestyle. you can show passion without getting mad. And I think that's kind of the difference between their last conversation and all the other conversations that they've had. The last ones kind of felt like they were projecting at each other, but this one felt that they were both angry about the situation that they both found themselves in. And even though like Holo might feel that Lawrence is in the wrong, or that Lawrence really didn't have a chance of not being in the wrong based on what happened, they both were angry about the situation being there. I don't hate that quote, actually. That quote might stick with me for a while.
You dumb idiot man.
Oh, maybe I'm an idiot too.
Did you have the nerve to assume I was aiding the enemy? Honestly.
I
all
never
of this
thought
for
that
some
far.
ego battle with an adolescent boy. You and I only recently met.
Whoa.
That is true.
The animation? That was crazy.
But still, I believed the bond we'd formed had some depth to it. Or was I just deluding myself by thinking so?
The same reason that Holo is mad at Lawrence for right now, she's doing it right now. I think she's crazy to think that Lawrence isn't actually into her.
My whole life has been business and trade. I'm quite proficient at it.
Is this a real
But when
confession?
it comes to anything else, I'm a blind fool grasping around in the dark. But beside you, I feel I can find my way. What you are to me is far beyond words.
Okay, that works. Like that. But yeah, it still explains something.
Just what kind of honey-tongued tripe is that?
Yeah, you gotta give more than that if you're gonna use that.
Not if I can't eat it.
Real. Contract?
How are you able to convince Miss Diana to sell all that pyrite to you?
Showed her your ears. Told her story.
I told her this. Fabricate a story supporting the continued existence of Yoitsu, and share that tale with you. But
Huh.
my entreaties were in vain. The woman refused the request.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she'd be about that. Holo's a little crazy, you know. We're going a bit intense with Holo. I personally feel like at this point, by 18 minutes and 30 seconds, I think Holo can kind of get herself into any trouble that she wants, because she's more than capable of getting herself out of it. She wants to play the damsel in distress. Sure, why not? You know what? Let her have it. She can do whatever she wants. She clearly can get herself out of anything, it seems.
After I shared our situation, she had all but agreed, until you showed up.
Was she there?
With a mind to help, she devised a most curious plan. the
Oh my
very
gosh, she was
best.
there.
And in case you were wondering, yes, I heard your ridiculous question loud and clear.
Oh my gosh, she heard this. Wait, that's a good wallpaper. That could be really cute.
Where a pagan god and a human become a couple?
I should have known that that actually meant something and it wasn't just like filling the scene. Because I ended up cutting it out, I think. Because I didn't think it would lead to anything important. That's so funny.
If that is what you desire, I could oblige.
Oh, this is the
All I
time.
ask of you is, please try to be gentle with me.
Ew. Hold on, I hate that.
Did you notice it? That the storyteller is not human.
I think that's implied. Not that I thought she wasn't human, I just didn't think she was regular human. I don't know, like I didn't think she was like a mythical creature or something. I just didn't think she was on the same level as everyone else. Like in the same way like Hal from Hal's Moving Castle isn't human, you know?
I wish to return to my own home, even if it is there no more.
Right.
And I shall go with you, says Lawrence. I will go with you to your home. Oh my god, that's a huge fire. Should look like California.
Humans love their spectacles.
Yes, they do indeed.
Lawrence says while looking at Holo. Does this mean it's the end of Mark? Are we done with this town now? I don't want to be done with this town. It was so good. I understand they have to move on, but...
The only tender you need is the kind that comes in a cup.
So what if it is? If I get drunk, you will take care of me. Will you not, my fool?
Is that also a metaphor? Like their love is like the burning fire? Is that what's supposed to be symbolized? We had so many fireplace wood snapping scenes, like insinuating, to me at least, that the love was either one-sided or breaking or unstable or snapping or whatever you want to read from it. I'm assuming this big-ass bonfire means that their love is rekindled and burning bright, right? I don't think it takes a film student to read that one. That's also cute wallpaper. That might be the thumbnail. Oh, is it gonna relight the other side? Oh, I would have had it relight the other side. That would have been so cute. What a great arc that was. That was supposed to be controversial. Just the fact that they're like abusing Amati. Like, is that where the controversy comes in? Because I don't know. I'm not really against that. Amati opted into a deal that he didn't have all the information about, and then got emotionally worked up and made an even worse deal. Like, it's user error to me. I don't think Lawrence did anything wrong, really. Or Holo, for that matter. Like, that's both in their character traits. I think one thing that I really enjoyed about this arc is that we used so many side characters that felt fleshed out. Like, Mark felt fleshed for being a side character, you know? Like, obviously we don't know his backstory, and there's a lot I do want to learn about his backstory. But for his side character, we learned a lot about him. We learned a lot about his apprentice even. We learned a lot about Diane. I wanted to learn more about Bados, but even the bit that we got with learning from Diane how he accepts people to go see her, like we learned a lot from that too. And then of course there's Amati. There was a ton of side characters that felt like they had importance in this town, and I think that's probably my favorite part of that arc.